Hello Blender folks, welcome back to Epistemic-gnomes and yes, still Christmas if we consider here at the time and the day in my place, but that's it. Merry Christmas new everyone. And so here we return to character production, right, in 3D, and this time, yes, I'm gonna continue the 3D avatar making that I was doing. So it's the first attempt that I'm not making a character or a rig or whatever, but making a specific 3D avatar for VC face in principle, but it would yeah, I've been watching some resources, yeah, trying to find some resource on that. It's not trivial, so it's kind of complicated, and but I think this one will work, maybe not smoothly. So I'm following the technique of the anime eyes, that we have these eye coins no, not eyeballs, so pupil iris eye coins there, and then behind it there is a eye socket, which is the, it's supposed to be the so however, because my rig is so specific, the way I model stuff and the character design, the way I've been used to do that, I'm not really, I've been finding some problems with maintaining the proper curvature here. For me it's an important feature. This is why, instead of doing this thing on top of nothing, I'll make a transparent. This is not for exactly rigging, it's just for my project to maintain some structure, the model, so I can always shrink wrap for temporarily. In the end I might apply the shrink wrap. So let's just have here some soundtrack, right, like this, and let's come back here to the file. So you see that yeah, maybe you were not here last time, more likely you were not. So I've completed the hair. This is very strange technique that I'm using here, experimental actually. These are not curve objects as all the tutorials about here, not all, many, there are very good content out there on that. So but I dislike curve objects, and also the problem with them is that when we try to rig them directly, it's horrible, they behave very weird, so you need to convert them to mesh. So in the end we lose the versatility. So the only good, well, there are many good things about using them, but they are fairly complicated. And what is the advantage, of course, is that it can make some crazy effects with the curve objects, right, like curly hair, I don't know, some special hairstyles that will be incredibly hard to model with other techniques. So that's some twisting feature there, so that's very nice, right? So but I'm not for this character, so I don't dump the technique. So but for the most part, if I can do without it, without the curve objects, I will try. So this is why this is not curved, this is skin modifiers on some objects, right? It's a mesh object, actually two. One has mirror modifier and another doesn't have. So basically this one, yeah, so you see there's many, yeah, so this crazy object actually, no, okay, so I have to need at least here, so one central object with just a skin modifier. We could use, maybe, let's try subdivision, but I think if I apply this will go crazy. Subdivision, no, this also, yeah, this is just adding more joints, right? So it's not really what I want. And this will affect, yeah, so here, yeah, so if I'm just curious what happens if I apply this. What happens? Well, nothing happens, like, yeah, we just got the previous result, so it's not. And what if I applied before? Then yeah, same thing. So it's like, it's useless, right? We can't get the, so this is one limitation about these skin modifiers, that yeah, so I just can't do anything with that. It's just like the inner side is, it will always extrude outwards as a quad mesh, right? A quad face, and there's not. Oh, of course. I can create an armature with that. Oh yes, so this automatically creates some bones which you can auto key them. Wow, that I wasn't considering this thing. Okay, so yeah, yeah, baby, yeah. So this might be actually handy. Oh, it generates an outer rig. Oh, something failed here. Oh no, these are here. Ah, actually there's a great advantage to this, folks. And I haven't... Oh, the rig is done. The hair rig. Okay, there's no physics here. We can convert this to... Okay, can I just delete this armature and then what happens? Can I recreate? Does that work? Yes, still works. But what about then the... Why all these things? Yeah, this is old. Delete all this stuff. Oh, why this here have all this batch delete all groups? There's also this. This is the... Okay, so this one doesn't require a skin modifier. Actually, if it had, this is the scalp for this. I haven't found a better way, so it's just weird like that, right? Anyways. But you see that, okay, now no vertex group. Just check here, just in case there's some shape key here. No shape key. So just... Okay, folks, so look that there is a great thing. Let's batch this. No, didn't work. Alright, that is how we can... I could actually make the tail with this technique, but then I probably will have to apply, because then I wouldn't be able to texture paint these faces, right? Wait. Wait, this is not true. This is not possible. It has a material, but there's no UVs, right? That will be impossible. No, there is no... there's no UV here, right? Yeah, no faces, right? No UV. So yeah, so here's a limitation. Anyways, let's just reopen here. So I'm finding some interesting things about this approach. So I'm gonna do, okay, create armature, and that's it. So now we have these hair bones here, which might have some inadequate names. Oh no, you did it. Okay, let's get to batch delete all these. Okay, this is done. This is done. This is the last one. Delete, batch delete all groups. There we go. Then let's see if I can just regenerate this properly. Where's the object modifier? Need to be on object mode. Alright, so here I'm gonna save. Create armature. Does it recreate an armature on top of it? Something weird. I think it regenerates the armature. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, hold on, we got some... No, this is correct. Okay, but why didn't it symmetrize? Okay, let's delete this one. What's the difference here? Nothing. Okay. Okay, so there's a problem with the symmetrization here, but that's okay, because if we... That's a bug, inconsistency, so maybe I should... yeah, I should mark this part here. Let's find a bug here, folks, right before this blue star there, so I can find it later when I'm looking for it. So basically, what we have here, I need to make this. Alright, let's bring it here. Oh, they bring it preserve volume. Yeah, maybe no, maybe not a good idea for these things. The hair might rotate too much, so oh, there are many of these. All right. Okay, let's redo this. At least I think the... Okay, create armature. Okay, this is right. This one is create armature. Let's go on edit mode. So apparently all those bones, yeah, they don't have sides, so let's just get this into... Yeah, but what is the... Okay, the armature seems to be in the center, so I'm just going to make sure it is in the center, make sure the set origin to 3D cursor, there we go, and then we going to get all this on edit mode and actually it's like names, auto name, left, right, yeah, symmetrize, yeah. Let's see if that works. No, they are not responding. Alright, so we have some irresponsive mesh there to some bones. Hold on. What about the vertex groups? Left. I might have to do one by one, maybe. We need a different... Yeah, these armatures are annoying, so... Yeah, here another thing about this... Yeah, another thing found here. I need to take off this... Alright. So here basically there is this... what could be done? It wants the armature to be after, alright. Trying to think here. Oh, the armature object, right? So we viewport display wire. Oh no, this is not the right object. It's the armature. So wire display as actually no. Here. Viewport display stick, no, B-bone. Something's missing. No, it was here indeed. Wire. What is that? Okay, just the B-bone scale was completely incorrect, so let's see if we can do something about the wave painting now. So basically, where are the mesh? Yeah, it doesn't... Ah, 2. It needs to. Is it parented? Maybe it's lacking parenting. No, it's not parented. Alright, so I hope this won't break the rig, so let's connect this to this. P with armature deform, right? We'll also... Oh, hold on. It's working, but how is it possible? Alright, so maybe it's just because of the parenting. This one, yeah, so okay, let's use the Shift X mirrors to check. Yeah, apparently we got it done. So we could automate in the end, but it's not. Alright, so good. So I think it's just some lack of automation indeed, so they need to fix this. Then the problem is that the vertex groups, oh, there are some wrong vertex groups here, right? So let's just get this one and delete. Until we got to 0. So I don't know why these appear. They might be old, because here all the bones are left and right. Yeah, and we can all batch rename this to Ctrl F2B. Find replace. No, let's set name. Let's new prefix. Let's get this def here. Yes, def here. Hair side. Sides, yeah, hair sides. Take off the strip character, strip no, it's not that. It's, let's use another set name. No, find and replace. Instead of bone, nothing. Instead of bone dot, we're gonna get just a hyphen, and that should do this. Okay, good. Now yeah, so why not, let's also give this bone some color. I'm readdressing the color for deformed bone, so I don't want this. Many riggers would do this, leave them in this gray color, but I think this is bad, because when we create new bones, well, we want them to be distinguished, because we don't know what the bone will become. So instead, let's leave this neutral color for something else. Unsure, maybe undefined bones. And as for them here, we just want yeah, relations. No, it's not relations, it's the viewport display. No, yeah, view, yeah, this thing, it's a different new file, so it didn't save my preset. Usually relations is the most important. The form is super important. Transforms for me here, I don't. Yeah, so bendy bones, yeah, inverse kinematics. Okay, viewport display is important. Let's bring it here, and yes, that will be good. Then let's get here viewport and bring this to. So for these deformed bones, red I'm doing for I key, so like rigify add-on. Orange, no, it's too close. This for control bones, this for mapping bones. So I need a new color for this stuff, so maybe something like this brown might be okay, but they can be confusing for other things, so maybe I'll leave this, right? So I'll be playing with that, yeah. So maybe we could use this, all these, for some different purpose. Yeah. So like this would be like secondary bones, this would be primary, this could be a combination for other features. Yeah. So all the different bones could have this kind of color. Okay. So now let's go to the next one. Okay, so here I'm going to first, is this working? No, there's a double armature here. Alright, so let's see here. I don't know which one is the, doesn't matter, so I'm gonna pick this one, is the central one. We pick all this stuff, batch delete all groups. We're gonna go here back, delete this, create armature, and this should be working. Yes, so this doesn't need symmetrize. So now I'm gonna pick this armature, shift click this one, join armature. Yes, then of course this is incorrect. Let's just, for this trick, oh yeah, let me show you how we can fix this. Quick highlight for bone management madness. No, hold on. So folks, you see there's some madness here, what's going on. So basically what is this, is that I've just created some bones with a B-bone display type. For I joined two armature objects, and the active one, the one that will be the receiving all the data, actually will be the main one. It will just pick the bones but will retain its own features, right? So including the display. So what happens that the original armature, let's me just yeah, we can't go back here. So you see, this is how I want all the other bones to look. This is a hair rig, by the way, with skin modifier. So that's why I've ended up with this trouble because there are some things there that seems to not be by default so very interesting. So what happens is that I need to match this B-bone display to the other one. So this is actually simple because they all have the same. So I just need to pick maybe Shift G by color here, and then let's pick just one here to be the active. Shift click, right? Yes, it's the left one. All right. And so now instead what I'm gonna do is that first let's solve the color. It's this same color here, and then okay, but what about the display type? Because if I do manually, I won't match the same size, and the other, the active one, will be changed. So no problem, because actually the B-bone display size, there is a special place for it. They are in the bone tab on pose mode, for actually edit mode as well. Display size X and Z. So here is where I know these values here. We can actually, so let's select both, 0.0015, yeah, so good value here to remember. Hold Alt and enter. Didn't work, so apparently I need to hold Alt as I do this, and then I can enter. Yeah, so this is always confusing. When do you need to hold Alt? During the first click on the panel, on the last one. So this is I think something that sometimes is inconclusive, but there we go. Now every bones here have the same B-bone size matching. So sometimes what might be useful is to pick just the beginning for hair physics, at least using Wiggle 2 add-on or something I like to do. Maybe make it, oops, these ones just a little large. Of course I do this for every bone there, and then change their color to something so that we could give them a specific technique, right? So here it will be a little complicated to pick everything, so I'm just explaining some, but this is the idea, how we can batch resize, B-bone resize those things, folks. Alright, let's continue here and see what we can Yeah, so this armature here, it's not completed because its name, we're gonna join it into another armature that is the main armature. So I'm gonna bring it to here. Yes, control J. No, it's disabled. Control J. Active object is not selectable armature. Why? How not? Okay, so let's move first this to link Tsukagi. Okay, now move to armature Tsukagi. Tsukagi is the name of this character, so as you might know already. So here we're gonna, well, they are selectable, so just hold control here. Don't break everything, so it's this into this. They are okay. Now these hairs are in a special let's select by color here. Oops, my blender crashed apparently. Let's go back. Alright, let's do this again. Okay, I don't need to move now because it's already, so instead let's save, shift G color. Okay, now no problem. Shift G, okay, doesn't this, oh, this is pose mode. All right, okay, so I'm not moving anything else, so I'm gonna just get this. Let's get these bones into a new bone layer here. Bone manager. I want to spin this one. Okay, let's get here. Yeah, lots of work to do here with this thing. So this will be like a, yeah, let's make a new collection here. Deform here. Okay, where is, I don't believe I don't have a deform here. Alright, so new collection. Where are you? New, add bone collection. Okay, it's gonna def here and Alt M. It's my own shortcut for the def here. Okay, I'm gonna change this. Yeah, this is deform bones. Why I'm giving, what color is this? Doesn't matter. This will be the color for these deform bones. Although these bones, they are also found in physics. Yeah, I'm reusing the rig, but the rig is not ready because it's, yeah, there's a lot of things to be adapted here, and that could be quite complicated. So, and I'm not gonna delete the old hair here. Or I could try to do so. Yeah, for Aisha, right? So yeah, I could do, but it's because these bones, they have already some settings for physics. So maybe what I can do is just bring, like, pick these two, Alt M, bring them to deform here, right? And so this will go to, yeah, all these physics bones. I'm gonna let's say this is okay, let's bring the two, Alt M here. So all this, I think I can just, yeah, I can delete all this. Yeah, so just keep these ones in here. So let's go back to the here. All right, I'm gonna move this whole thing here to Alt M, new collection, so it will be deformed tail. Well, yeah, whatever. And gonna bring this color again. We're gonna check this. Alright, so here we can already try to GZ. I won't use these ones, delete. So here we have some trouble manipulating these things. So instead, let's go on pose mode and see if we can gonna try to pull this. Okay, let's, you know what that is, right? Pose, apply selected as rest pose, right? And go back on edit mode. Let's yeah, so let's make some, yeah, alright. The important here is that the alignment is straight, so it's not so much about the, yeah, the scale is important. So let's try to match the mesh here. I want some joints here. Yeah, maybe should start from the bases, right? Yeah, something like that. We might need, so extrude another one. Why not? We can. The last one. We got all this. Let's just want the tail here. And let's align with the active here. Control Alt A, then rotate bounding box. No, medium point. No, active element. There we go. All right. So this. All right. This is actually a good idea here. Let's show how this works. Real useful case here, not some garbage. Cool example here, folks. You see I have this tail and I've already aligned this to the active here, right? But you see this is not matching there, and if I select all, yeah, so what's happening here? I cannot okay, so there's, you see this individual origin is not helping. Then bounding box, oh maybe no, not in this case. Then perhaps then yeah, we could use the medium point, maybe. No, to use it some. So why not? Then there's the 3D cursor on the Shift S3. It is the cursor to active, so let's go to the root. Okay, this works, but there's even a better way, because it's simple in this case. It's the active element that also works, even. So you don't even need to set. So just make sure select all, and that the active element is actually the first bone, and there we go. Now you get, so I can align these bones to it doesn't need to be straight here, just in regard to world view, but it wouldn't be a terrible idea. But no, I'm more concerned about the fact that they are aligned along, right? They are aligned together. So Control Alt A, right? So this is the on pose mode, I think. No, this is edit mode, so it's like align, transforms, align, bones. Yeah, Control Alt A. And here just Gonna scale this. Yeah, apparently I've lost some bone here on some, so just extrude about here, and if it messed up, just Control Alt A there. Okay. Let's see their names. They have some ponytail names, so this is wrong, of course. So I'm gonna just batch rename this stuff. They are in order. Control F, no, not Control F, Control F2, B for bones, then find replace. What I need to replace? No, let's see here. Yeah, so instead of so find, yeah, I leave the phi is for bone physics, right? So just so that I can find that later easily. So instead of hair ponytail, well, I'll do T. So this tail was accidentally there already. Something went wrong. Oh, I forgot to. I think I've changed something about the name of the armature. Okay. Okay, let's do this again. There we go. And their colors, they're using some older color. So I'm just going to change this. So gonna, what I was doing is this color, and for this deformed bones, actually we can pull this more here. There we go. Yes, and I think that should be it. Oh, actually this one could have a more important color here, or something, because it's the first. Maybe we can do this one. Yeah, not sure, but this will make it more apparent. Okay, so the this is just a reset on pose mode. No, what's happening here? All right, anyways, stop the recording. What is dragging these bones down? Some bone constraint, maybe? Zulfi Zugino. Well, hello, welcome, Zulfi. Welcome to the channel. So yes, I'm making a 3D character here, this one, and I don't know what's happening here to the, how weird. Oh, it might be the armature. The armature might be tilting. Unsolo all. Let's turn off this. No, it's just detail. So maybe it's, oh, it's some parenting, of course. Parent relations. This bone, that's unclear parent here. This should actually be parent to the spine, I think. Yeah, the. Oh, it's actually. Ah, that's interesting. So I was doing spine anatomically incorrect for. No, it's that humans are different from animals, of course. Quadrupeds. It's like the humans have their. Yeah, it's that for quadrupeds the dorsal area is around here, so it's like the coccyx ends is the continuation of the tail. But for humans, since they are straight, two-legged when standing up, of course it's not like the spine goes down to it. Is that the spine will end in the coccyx, right? And so this is completely anatomically incorrect, but it works for rigging maybe, but not that the other things. But that's an interesting point to consider, because then maybe I can change the whole hips rig for in relation to the spine. Yeah, maybe make my life easier. Just realized this because of the tail. So yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna parent the tail to this main hips. Yeah, control hips. So let's just do this for now. Keep offset. There we go. And I think now, yeah, now the tail is well positioned. Cloud rig. Sorry. Yeah. So sorry. I was just finishing here. So no, this is custom rig that I'm using, but yes, there are so many bendy bones here that it might look like cloud rig, right? Cloud rig is quite good, but especially I like the feature. I've seen a video now that called my attention. Let's maybe, do you use cloud rig, by the way? It's Zolfi. So I've watched I've recently, yesterday I watched a, I see, Blender conference cloud rig. Yeah, this one. So this quite attractive. I would like to find this.
So we recently
let's so he's demonstrating a cool feature here on cloud rig that I didn't know. Some sort of pinning of the looks like I key. Yeah, looks like some sort of anywhere pivot. Yeah, I can do something like that. I'm not sure he's using this for the head though, so maybe it relates to less stuff that I was doing here in my rig. So for example, no, I mainly rigify. Oh yeah, but you know rigify, so maybe you could try some cloud rig complements, because there are many if you're already familiar with rigify workflow, you can implement stuff from cloud rig. It's quite interesting, especially the facial rig. I would say want to learn cloud rig, I think you can very easily. You don't need to know all the features, right? Just adapt. Last year I was trying to rig there's the Sintel rig, cloud rig, right? There's some it's the name one of the characters of Zadik. And anyway, so here I have this kind of pivoting thing. Actually, I'm not totally sure, but let's see. The character is not rigged, of course, not this one. I'm reusing the rig. So here what I have to check is, yeah, let's just look at the armature, hide this stuff. So, and also this stuff, this, okay, pivot from anywhere. Yeah, there you go. So actually I'm using, yeah, this is not from anywhere. I'm pivoting from the spine because of auto I key. So it's a special auto I key option, right? And I can control the, wait, where is the auto I key? Oh, auto I key length, there we go. So I can have the chain length changing in real time, and then including, okay, so I can use here and let's see, yes, so, and I can also, so this is something that is kind of complicated, so I'd like to know if it gets it, the cloud rig. It's head pinning. That is madness. It's too hard to get this with auto IQ. Hold on, there's some aim thing going on. Yeah. Then there's a the driver is not set, I think, to work here. Where's the, yeah, no, let's forget about this. It's just not for, it works, it's just not, I'm still rigging when I have the character properly rigged. That, so my project of learning rigify and cloud rig and whichever other stuff altogether is more advanced. Like, I would like to mix custom rigging with the these automations. It's like, so you can make those you pick those rig types, rig samples, and try to combine stuff with them. So it's kind of, there are not very much content on this kind of different workflows, alternative workflows for Rigify. So unfortunately, or maybe they are, just haven't found them, and it takes time to learn, I think. But okay, let's have here the yeah, where is my model? Okay, here, let's return. Sorry folks. Are you playing with the code as well? No, I need to learn scripting to do that. So I know that I was talking with someone in a forum recently. He wanted to provide me some insight in scripting for exactly Rigify and some features, like it was snapping, right? Snapping things, some automations. It's very intriguing. For example, let me show you the idea here. You see that I have a crazy system here that it's a custom rig. It used the auto IQ option, which is here. So I'll go here. It's the tools. It's auto IQ, right? So this auto IQ has some special features where it can, first of all, we have this flexibility of the auto IQ length there, and so I can augment it or diminish on demand. The problem with that system is that it only responds to connected chain. So this blue chain that I have here is a control IQ chain for auto IQ, and there is, because the parent is connected, it's very hard to rig this thing. It's like a exactly a control IQ skeleton for the whole body, except that these other bones here, they have the traditional IQ bone constraint, but they are still part of the control IQ chain, so I can somehow control them with auto IQ option, and I can make a combination of motion like this thing and specific conditions. Auto IQ length of 2. It was not this, hold on. Okay, like this. So I can pull the hand or push the hand. The hand is, so you see, and then from the foot I can do the same thing. So here's the regular regular IQ bone constraint thing. It's very stiff, but I can manipulate some bones here to if I pick this and the shin and have a certain IQ chain length, I can, like, not this, combine the, so everything that goes upward at this point would be F key, but I can push the, right, so the character for 3D animation, it sort of becomes some sort of puppet. So the animator becomes some sort of puppeteer master, which is very, very cool, right? And we can do, where is that hellish? Where is the, oh, there, I see it. So this is a driver bone. So this is one of the things that I was trying to do. It is the head pinner bone. You can't see this very well, but you see that there's a chain there that is getting offset. That is the real spine, this thing here. And so the head is spinned here. It would be spinned in place, and this I can control with an I key, but then there is some limitation with Yeah, so I did all that because the auto IK option in Blender is not so good because of this IK change. So this is anyway some sort of experimental. Well, I never used auto IK. I don't know how to use. It's very simple. Basically, it's just like this. You need let's say, let's go back to the chain here, and no one uses it. Barely no one uses it too much because there is a fake story, not a fake. There's a there is a popular belief that it is useless, or that more than it is that it is limited. This is total bullshit. These guys that say this, they are noobs. I mean, they are just noobing out. They don't know what they're talking about, because this stuff, at least if we're animating in Blender, see, this is a tail. There's no IK bone constraint here. The only thing here is that these bones, they are parented, connected between themselves, and this is parent offset to something else. So the IK chain for the auto IK option will end here. So I can grab any of these bones and do this, right? And so whatever is above here, the F key chain, right? The F key chain starts here and ends here. So this is the ultra child. But in terms of I key chain, it's the opposite, right? The I key chain, it starts here and then no, it starts here. So this, so I can control the. You see why this thing here? This is because my I key chain length, auto I key chain length, is that you see here, right at the top, is 6. So you can count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going there when I grab. It only works for grabbing. For rotation, it's not auto I key. And so that I can rotate. And so I can pick, for example, I can rotate. So now I can reduce the on demand. You can't do this with IK bone constraint. Maybe with scripting. So that could be super interesting for me. So if you could, for example, script, if it would be possible to script the IK bone constraint to do this, to change the IK, its chain length. Like, you can't even drive this. There's no driver here, so this is super stiff. And so you see, we can do crazy stuff. And this is just, and this is not all actually. For these fingers are just rigged with auto IK as well. So there's no I cannot pin the fingers though, so this is a limitation here in relation to the auto IK. But I can do this and I can do this, and I can do it all at the same time, right? No so it's just a connected chain here. So this is what we can do with auto IK, right? And I can, of course, change, and if I need to pose F key, I can. So this is basically, I'm posing F key everything. And here if I do this, no, I picked the wrong bone. Whatever is behind on the IK chain, it becomes IK, and then it responds to these things, the arcs, which is limit, inverse kinematics panel. This also works for IK bone constraint. So you see those arcs there, they all respond. This is all these are inverse kinematics panel options here. And so inverse kinematics respond to them. So if I'm grabbing and doing auto IK, or just I key, I cannot extend beyond this. But whichever is, you see, this one is, this is the I key chain, this is being F key at this time, so this is not using I key, only the bones that are into the I key chain there. Yeah, and if I reduce, then this is not moving at all, nor I key or F key, but these two are moving as I key and this one is moving as F key. So wherever I pick the chain, I can be doing that. Yeah, so there's much more to it than. Wow, I never used. Okay, I don't know how to use it. Now, how about drive the bone constraint? Yeah, you can't. Yeah, I explained that. Maybe with scripting. Well, I think because the animator are confused on how to use it, so many not using it. Yeah, and also because maybe animators are wiser and they are actually using it a lot. It's just the riggers that are stupid. I'm being radical, but I'm just saying that the riggers, there's usually rigging is super complicated, right? So the idea is that we try to make stupid things look smart. So we try to make smart setups, but the more we work on rigging, the more we go deep down the rabbit hole of rigging, whether for control rig or for the deform rig, right? It doesn't matter. Then we eventually find great solutions, but often we find ourselves making a super fantastic rig that actually is very stupid, because with a much simpler setup you have everything that it does and much better. So it's like so some people will just do very complicated rigs. Okay, maybe they work for very specific situations, but they actually could be achieved in many other ways, which are much easier to make, and for the animator it would even be easier to handle. So yeah, so it's just I think this is like those never-ending discussions, right? And myself, I started rigging very dumbly because I didn't know how the rig would really respond to 3D animation. So I've experimented a lot with rigging, but I had to learn in the way, right? So so at some point I've realized, oh, all that I'm doing is not good for 3D animation actually. So I start to look what real riggers, good riggers for animation were doing for 3D animation, and then I got some insight. Oh, but maybe we can do better here. So I tried to improve some features, and then because I'm also an animator, I come from background of 2D traditional animation, so I had this idea of the control rig that it needs to be very, very smooth, right? So it starts to catch my attention more and more, and now I'm super concerned about this idea of having a very responsive rig also, and for that, this is why I'm super interested in this auto IK stuff, crazy stuff, right? And making stuff, for example, Rigify add-on. Well, I think because the animator, yeah, so that's that idea. So it's also because it's not super popular, so people just learn out of certain popular tutorials, and very few will talk about certain good solutions, simple good solutions exist. It's because the tutorials, on a lot of cases, they will not teach the real workflows. You see what I mean? They'll try to teach the basics, like very decontextualized content, and this is a stupid way of teaching, because the learners, need context to get engaged, especially context that is important for them, right? That is valuable, that is important. So if they are making a project of their own interest, and there's a teacher that will look at that project, that teacher helps that, or orientator that will be the best case scenario, because that could teach directly what interest is to the person that is learning. While in a course, often even in a course, that might not occur, because the teachers, they have these conventional classes, right? And so they just learn this and you'll be good. So bullshit, right? So that can work, but it's not, it's just laziness, because the science of education, right, today, science of learning and teaching, now if you can call that science, yes, there's some methodology. It all points to the same direction nowadays, that constantly point to the direction that, yeah, people need to get engaged to learn. And how do you engage people? You need to have the students do something of their own interest, right? So this go against all that we learned in schools, right? Yeah, the free tutor are the basic, wanted more specific tutor are behind the paywall. Yeah, and it's just not cultured enough. So the internet with the tutorial culture is another crap that came up with the same idea, top-down idea, right? I make tutorials, so I'm part of the problem. But now what I'm doing is that I'm making these highlights here, where I try to engage people with real problems, like on the workflow. Oh, you see this, look this here, how to solve this. Maybe no one is having this problem, but because it's a very specific problem that is inside a bigger project, maybe someone can relate to that. Oh, I see, that looks smart, that makes sense. So that's a different thing. When you make tutorial, usually you'll just simplify everything, right? Except there are cases and cases, but you cannot have the workflow organic approach, because tutorial is a too stiff process, right? And so it relates to everything. Okay, let's continue here, folks. I need to focus here, but yeah, feel free to add more content there to the information. So there was one guy in a Discord channel that showed me some scripting idea. He was making an add-on, and he could counter the vanilla Blender auto IQ option to make the chain of the auto IQ bones, right, like from the tail, to work without the requirement of connected parented chain. So the auto IQ would work even if the parent was offset, right, disconnected bones. And this is a complete game changer, because if that was adopted by Blender developers like the vanilla thing, or if it was customizable, that will allow me to bone constraint these bones of these control skeletons here. So that means that I would have auto IQ, and I could transform all this skeleton, combine it with the conventional torso rigging that use those separated bones, upper bones, and unfortunately I can't do this with this system, because connected parenting is just too rooted, right? And auto IQ only works with connected parenting. It's kind of vicious, crazy, right? But so that guy made a script that if I can trust what he said, then yes, it is just simply, yeah, it should be perfectly feasible. You just script and change the way the auto IK works. That means that I don't need to build a lot of crazy stuff to pin the head. So this is one thing that I want to find a way to do it. This totally needs to be vanilla blender, because then maybe not even IK bone constraint might be rendered obsolete. Maybe not totally obsolete, but slightly obsolete. The other way around also works, like making the IK bone constraint more flexible by scripting, so on vanilla, so that would also work, right? Whichever way around, if one auto IK if they merge their features, that will be the ideal. I think if we had power, their features combined, and flexible, that will be the ideal thing. Okay, so what I need to do here to continue this character, so I was just talking about this this complicated but quite interesting rig topics. Let's see here. The problem is that I don't have a list of tasks, but the cloth, so reference. So let's look at some pictures here. That's why I had this stuff. So I was looking for some cloth here and something. Yeah, I'm gonna make the shirt or the dress now. Not exactly the so getting some reference here from Pinterest. So yes, this thing here, it's not the dress, it's something like so I need to, so this is probably the best reference that I found. This not the case. This, so this can help, and that, so just these two that matters for this case. So there's a loincloth, no, not exactly this. Oh, there's this interesting feature, some ribbon here. Okay, here, no, okay, no, that's something like that. This looks like some other culture anyway. So here we get, here again, this thing seems to be all right. And so there's a lot of stuff to, okay, and of course I have a model sheet for this, but we'll have to check the the grease pencil. Okay, right now we need to see here, okay, what it is happening here. I think I can already hide the here. Let's simplify this grease pencil. So I'm gonna go back here and that thing, yes, the grease pencil object. Let's get here, catch those layers, and let's do here, we don't want the body. The body is not really necessary now. Here, not cloth front, yes indeed. Body side, the side view, we don't need the body side, we don't need the hair side, we just need the, I need to make two more tails. Yeah, exactly. So here I think I can build that. So I'm gonna start by adding this. We're gonna bring here to the this one. So I have made a lot of patterns here, and this could be a little difficult to, okay, so here the loincloth, this is already fixed. Let's see, yes, we'll start with, okay, so let's maybe hide this one and start working here. The hair could be annoying here, so let's just hide it, and this could be in the way. Now this is nice. So I'm going to get these things locked for now. No, not locked, but locked from the mesh here. Also the grease pencil, let's lock that. Here Aisha cloth, yes, Aisha cloth here, so you can do this. Eyes, yes, okay, this is fine. Body, let's lock the body, let's lock everything. This is the disable selection, right? So here we need legs, yes, so okay, all that, yeah. So just, and the kimono that we want to be shown, yeah, kimono, I don't know what it is. So here detail is sort of preventing us to see very well, but okay, that will be it. So this is the thing that I need to be editing here. It is very incorrect, so I have to break the topology here in order to achieve proper result. Yeah, so here the topology really will be completely useless. The current one, yes, I think it's safe to, no, this face is better to use. This one seems to be the bad ones. I'm gonna push this down. These faces are very bad with this material, so let's change this into something that might be more visible. And certainly I could do something better with, I don't see very well the grease pencil, so this is the problem. It's very hard to find a good way to, oh, I'm seeing the opposite side here, yeah. Alright, so let's start maybe here. Yeah, this is super confusing, I know, but if maybe I need to disable the textures. Yeah, this sort of helps. But then I'll have to use this. Okay, so here we got some strange faces here. GY, we're gonna, why I don't have screencast, sorry folks, screencasts fundamental. Here just for a reference for now, so there are many features here that I need to implement, but let's start the basic here. So I cannot just extrude the body unless I was doing some retopology thing, right? So Shift E -1, let's take this off to simplify here. So here maybe I do this, let's follow the, we can create a next object here on the top of all this mesh, so we can decomplexify this topology, decomplicate it, right, rather. And here, yeah, so this probably is a mistake. I don't want this topology here, so let's make something more like subdivide here. Maybe J here. Let's push this forward, so now I have something here that might be better to shape. Well, not to, yeah, I can have a trigon here, why not? We see that this goes there. Here we'll need to, yeah, the character design is wrong from the sides here. I have to address this problem. This is, yeah, so let's make this one and see here what's going on. Maybe merge this. There's no vertex groups here for the, let's dissolve this. Okay, let's see what we are starting to have here. Oh, this is a side one, right? Yeah, this is not good, not good. Terrible, terrible work here. Let's try to need to refocus this because this is exactly in the angle, right? I need to not be viewing this from here. I need some more diagonal view to solve this problem here. So let's leave this at the front view and let's make another view here. Let's reduce the size of this. Now we're gonna be able to probably solve this much easier. Yeah, let's make a contouring thing, right? Like here. So why didn't this before? So here we're gonna do this, and so this is just going to be matching here. Why not match? And then here yeah, extrude here. F, no, not working. Right, then not okay, then F, and here we need to fix this. So extrude here and F, now it works. Let's make sure this face is further enough. Now for the side view, yes, it is about there, this is correct. Here, yeah, about here, this one will be here. Let's already see what it looks from the side. This is not, okay, this is incorrect. GG. GG. So because the tip here, this should be the tip, so it needs to match on the side and on the front about the right. Okay, and so here we can, now we can make this 3D. Yeah, so whichever works better here. We could add more subdivisions, but this is working, I think. And we will use a solidify, right? It's already, but we're gonna shift E. This thing is a little sharp, right? So we're gonna pick these faces here and we're gonna make them sharp. Exactly, shift E 0.9, and yes, this is better, more likely. And also the material for that, here we got the problem, so GG. This from the GG. GG. Should be about here. Why all these faces boring? It's following topology for the body. Yeah, but no, this is not good because this is not some kind of cloth that is glued to the body, so it's not this kind of cloth. So I can probably dissolve this topology here, dissolve this geometry, and restructure this topology in a better way for the system here. Dissolve this vertex, join here. Let's see if we can get this face loop. Yeah, we can. So usually these Japanese cloth, they are, or Oriental cloth, I don't know, so they are very how is it, not puffy, they are just not glued to the body. They have some space for, yeah, let's smooth this out. Alt S. Yeah, this is completely incorrect. Yeah, so this is bad. So also this, why don't I just delete all this at once? Yeah, here we got, okay, maybe we can use that then. Delete all these faces. So change this material first, so that will be like Could be this for now, just temporarily addressing this. And here we need front view here. What's the shortcut for that? No shortcut for that? Z, Shift Z, the Z. Oh, it's Z, okay. Z8, Z6, that's sort of bad, right? Alright, let's continue here. So basically what here to solve this geometry, maybe I make it, oh, this is the tip, right? So the tip, okay, let's try this then. And separate this V, okay, dissolve that, delete that, this is not exactly how it should be, right? Yeah, no, I'm struggling with this part, so maybe it's just because I need another one here. Maybe the best way to handle this thing. So here's just that I have this quad here, and then we just do the same about this part, which means that GG, that is 1 2 3 4 like that, yes, and then assign face here. Here we're gonna bring this out, yeah, this out, okay. Yes, this is working. The solidify is not really working here. Let's try to, okay, mirror subdivision after the solidify. Is that actually a good idea? Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Okay, except that the solidify is I want it to offset negatively. Fill, even thickness, only rim. No, yeah, maybe only rim for this. I think that should be safe. Yes. Then thickness, maybe we want this. Yeah, okay, that can work for now. So GG, let's try to get this thing. Yeah, there's a bad positioning here of this thing, so this will never work if I don't solve these problems here. Modeling this way will be very bad, right? Okay, let's use the reference here on the front and the side again. So gonna move this here, okay. Ideally I should be gluing this, right? Snapping onto Control Shift Tab, snap to face project, maybe include non-edited. There we go. Let's try to snap this. Yeah, let's offset. Okay, what's happening? We need so start from the bases and then we start to extrude outwards, right? That should work. So just snap this onto the body just to have the follow-up. There is a topology technique that could help in this retopology technique, but I'm not sure that will do this that I need. I'll have to investigate. Maybe it will be the way to go. The problem is this is very hard to visualize stuff. We see where things could go wrong. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's one reason why I'm doing this face by face, because a lot of things could go wrong here. Yeah, let's make subdivision here and F. Why I'm using this and not this? Okay, then here we need to check this out. Something went crazy here. Just snapping all the. Oh, it clipped. Very bad. Okay, delete this edge. Snapping all this. Okay, I think everything here is snapping now properly. Let's extrude this down. F this one. And pick all this. Extrude down. Gonna make big jump here. Bridge edge loops. So we're gonna snap this. Let's change the to face nearest vertex, so I think I can loop around everything. Yeah, this is the way that is used. This is around the waist, so this is the thing that. Let's see on object mode now. We need to be using, yeah, so this, yeah, which is horrible, of course, this so this can't, this is why I'll have to, at least I have a starting position now for those things. So 0.005. yeah, so now I can displace some of the, I think I'll need more geometry here, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna risk something crazy here. I'm gonna make triangle here. Again, I'm working on the wrong one, the front view actually. So here we're going to just get this one and J, and there it is. So here I'm gonna change here. What's the edge crease of this? Shift 0.8, I think. If not, I'm gonna fix that later. So here we're going to, there's a layering of this, right? So Z8, like about there, right? Yeah, there's a layering, which is not the first one, although I can use this as a special detail reference. Alright, so let's make the second one. For this case I can probably just Shift D. Let's turn off the snapping. Shift D and Alt S and move it down. Maybe it doesn't need to go all the loop around. No, maybe it should. Yeah. So okay, let's start from the back because it's easier. Strangely, it didn't do the proper job here. V, rip fail. What's happening here? Okay, then just delete this crazy face. Extrude this to the side. Yes. So let's do shift. Let's take off all this again, the creases, and also the seams and the sharp, whatever. If there's anything, we take this off. Just leave the material. So I have these two layers. So I'm going to get I need a new material here, so gonna maybe this temporarily stuff. So yeah, for this one, the outer layer, we're gonna give this material, and for this we're gonna give this one. Right, not very different colors, so it's hard to visualize. So we're gonna here actually, because why didn't I do this before? It requires some practice. Okay, no grease pencil here. Gonna pick this with proportional editing. Let's pull this forward and let's see. Here we, yeah, you know what, I should be working already out of the snapping for these faces, so I don't see this. I'll pick everything, Alt S, expand outwards, right? And now what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna use the thickness, so offset inside, thickness 0.01, yeah, this one. I'm gonna continue doing that, Alt S. This is flatten, shrink flatten operation, right? So yeah, this works. Okay, this is much better, right? So I first snap the faces and then I use this thing to unsnap them from the body surface, from the skin. So here this will be the second layer. This is using a gigantic proportional editing, which can be dangerous. So we're gonna scale this down. This can be larger faces. Let's simplify this a little. And we'll need here to solve this madness. Extrude here, let's F and fill face here, right? Okay, it's time to make this part. So I'm not sure I'm gonna keep this because there's the belt already. What's the solution for that? Well, the solution for that is shifty 1 first of all. And also let's make GZ too large. This thing is not good, so just like this, and let's shrink maybe scale. Let's use a scale towards the 3D curse, something like that. Yeah, except these ones. Okay, and of course that will be a problem if I had to join this mesh. So first, how will be I have a difficulty visualization, trying to visualize what was the oh, okay, it's loincloth, right? Okay, so either she has underwear or she has some shorts, like, yeah. So either way I have to define that. And so if she had shorts, anyways, this topology is probably not good, overly complicated. I have to hide stuff. Why I'm using this one again? So mesh cloth, no, just this one. Let's hide some. Okay, let's first clear this out, right? Extrude, simple stuff here, and try to connect this at once, even though it might probably be this one, right? Yeah, so I need to find a way to fix this thing below. It's super bad. There is a special technique though. Yes, so make some crazy masking manifold, non-manifold mesh, I think. Yeah, it's that could work, but for now, for just this, yeah, so annoying. I'm just missing ideas how to get this geometry back to It's just too time consuming, right? So oh, here I'm making bad connections. So let's try this and extrude this. Try to get them aligned. And alright, maybe delete these faces. Ah, this is a chaos. Okay, let's delete this. No, not this. This face loop here. Yeah, so it's like you need to address the non-manifold feature. Merge at center. It could be already addressed from this part, I guess. Yeah, it's likely that this mesh here is useless. It's like here I should finish. Alright then. Okay, I'm not so far from the result. Okay, I'm just afraid of what I'm gonna do, but that's pretty simple. It's just that gets this thing and merge here. I just need to continue. Let's see the orientation. Flip. Right. So this is prohibited technique, but I've been successfully in exploring this oddity. So basically here we need to connect I gotta have a problem here, so oh yeah, we reach here, the topology is different, so we start from the other direction, then we're gonna enclose that until we find the solution. So here, the reason why I don't want to leave a hole is because I believe it will be better for the deforms, purely deforms, without needing to use some sort of special as you see, a special object modifier, especially for this rig that won't be totally for '3D animation in Blender. Partially yes, but not entirely. Oh, yeah, so here you have the problem of topology. Yeah, so here probably this is just that I've deleted some extra faces here, which was a mistake. So if I want to continue this job, I need to connect. What do I need to connect? This? Really? I don't understand the shapes anymore. Okay, I think I start to see now. And we are left with a crazy face there, which and there we go. That will be the last crazy face. Yeah, so certainly not very recommended technique. So now these crazy faces here, we're going to even give it another material, which doesn't really matter here, whatever it is. I'm gonna here too. Still missing. And we're gonna use a mask, transform this into a vertex group, delete all, so that will be mod mask manifold. Yeah, assign all this to these faces, I guess, right? Then what I'm going to do is add modifier, generate mask. Yes, a mask thing, target vertex group, invert, and here we got, I'm not sure what is the if that doesn't work, we can use I think I'm missing something here for making it work. This is not... yeah, the solidify is just in the way to visualize this. So let's also reduce this thickness here. So we shouldn't be seeing these faces. Ah, now that seems to be working. Or not so. Yeah, it's just because some faces here are floating out of nowhere. Yes, this is useless now. There you go. So I just need now to, yeah, there's more things to do. So for instance, there's another technique regarding which will be thicker. So maybe we assign here another vertex group. This is mod for modifiers. Solidify. This will be the decoration, whatever. Assign ornament, right? So because this might be bigger, yeah, let's get it into the solidify ornament. Alright, we can make this. So this is something that I can decide later, but now this is okay. And then just get this one. So whatever is not the ornament, then we'll get this amount of solidify. Yeah. So this we get the distinction, and from here, however, now I have a problem is that yeah, if I want to extrude from this, it will cause a lot of problem with the for this verse. So let's extrude from here. Extrude these ones, and so we're gonna just make some connections here. We immediately start have problem with the shapes. So just because I'm not sure about that colored mesh, so I prefer to do this. What about here? Should I try to do a different topology for this? Okay, I decided that I'm gonna delete these faces. Probably here I have to rethink this geometry here. I don't know what is going on here. Okay, that seems to work. Oh, there's some collapsing, dangerously collapsing mesh here, so GG. GG, yeah, clipped. Big problem here. We'll have to make perhaps a hole here. Okay, this is the clipped vertex. Okay, so to unclip, subdivide, merge at last. There we go, unclipped. Get this one smooth. Here we got to fix J. Let's dissolve that. Here we don't need this control. J here, we don't want this. Alt N, so gonna be reorganizing this mesh. Yeah, so cloth making can be modeling, right? It's a lot of details for these assets. It's a lot of things to take into account, so it's quite time consuming. It pays off if we make good developments, but that trigon won't kill anyone. So let's make these connections here now. This will be much simpler than... there's I always wrongly clicking here. So this is probably just... yeah, why not? Okay, let's make the bridge edge loop thing then. Bridge edge loops. Alt S. Here it looks like we need a few more face loops for this to work, unless I can make this different. Yeah, probably. Now this is dangerous. Yeah, so let's consider where it is. The center here would be about here, so let's do this and bring this more about here. F, no. Yeah, this is right. It's just that, no, this doesn't seem right. Yeah, so some crazy face here. So apparently this will just cause more problems, so let's unmake this, try again. Oh, I see what's going on. Of course. These vertices might be messed up, so I'll have to remake the vertex group, but not now. Okay, this will connect here. Yeah, okay. Let's try this simple solution. Okay, to knife this here, merge at last, then this and this. Okay, maybe that will work. And of course this we bring about here. GG. The silhouette is horrible, of course. This, maybe it's cloth, we need maybe a little more. Change this to this color. And we have some, of course this is the vertex group's problem, so basically let's check vertex group. So what is first? Manifolds, select, there we go. So remove these ones. Solidify ornament, remove these ones. Still have that problem, we see. Okay, so maybe this is inevitable if I keep this set up. I have another plan. Yeah, it's very Yeah, there's some vertex that will suffer the demise of this. Okay. So the other idea would be to loop cut this and instead get this vertex, so everything that is not here, assign Control I, remove from the mask manifold, and now if I get here and we can like gradually take off indeed, so from the center, right? More than that will no, this is working, right? Some strange shading there, but I think it seems correct. So here the only thing that, yeah, there's some incorrection here. First of all, this Shift E1, maybe make this sharp, Control E sharp. Alright, that is fine. Maybe even these ones. Now I think that is too much. Alright, this. Then need to rearrange some stuff. Yeah, so here for instance, still some intersections there. Okay, I think now we got it. Shade smooth. It is of course not, it's very crude here. We need to make this into more interesting clothing, of course, so maybe the first thing to do is just to turn all this material into the same. Alright, this. Then I have this one, alright. Then I need to show the other cloths to see what's going on. Okay, why not and hide? Wait. Something is going bad here. Where is the I can't have deleted. Yeah, maybe I'll have to. Yeah, what happened to this? No, it is behind, of course. Ah, I was afraid that I did some stupid mistake. So this vest is actually, yeah, kimono is this, vest is below. That will make simple. So here this is just very inaccurate, right? Yeah, that's why maybe I should just delete these faces for this. Yeah, this armature is on the way. No. Yeah, or I make the belt super. Yeah, I think my mistake here was that one of my mistakes in the concept here is that I've made the I didn't make this belt stuff like too close, right? To the body, too skin tight, so let's use some technique here to select it. Where is the yeah, need to be on the mesh, right? Something about here. Then alright, scale these two objects. That could be dangerous, of course. Very dangerous for the modifiers. Scale scale on 0. No, scale 1.1. Yeah, okay, that can work. Apply scale. It still works. Didn't seem to be too dramatical. All right, then other change I can make. So here, yes, we could address the rest with some fake folding, which I've seen on some tutorials recently. Might be a good thing for this. Maybe I just separate some vertices here, right? Dissolve this for now. Oh, this needs to be okay. So I'm gonna make something here. What's going on? Some loose vertex somewhere. Ah, it's here. All right. Dissolve GG and GG. Okay, let's. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So first we're gonna separate this. GG. That should be enough for a very basic setup here. No, this is actually correct. We want this to be more inside. Really? Maybe not. Maybe not this one. Yeah. Yeah, so here's some things to take into account. And certainly here we need to do something about GG. Yeah, so this is where the fold might come into handy. I've never done this with manual folding of cloth, so could exist some. There's even some idea that use topology for special topology for folds, but I think we can adjust this with just some. So this is just shading artifacts because of the yeah, so like if we just overlap here, that sort of works. The problem is that it is symmetric, so there's some limitations to this. And yeah, we can make this more irregular here and there, and that should be nice. but we need some volume here, and that will be it. And we need to recover this region here, which here is not, it's not working very well for this feature. This is, oh, this can be another. Could be another material even, but oh yes, of course, this is the loincloth. So this is incorrect, folks. Here we could have a skin tight cloth indeed. So this is like, probably I'll need to maintain something like this here, and yeah, I can re-extrude this mesh here, so all this is not useful here. Even this loop there, we might not require it. So just I need to okay, there's a better way to achieve this. Let's get this Shift D P, no, actually this one, maybe Shift D P selection, and I'm going to delete. I think I did the wrong one. No, this is the correct one. Okay, delete armature. Alright, we're gonna pick this one and extrude. Alright, Alt S on GG. Yeah, first let's bring it here, delete these vertices, Alt S. Why is it not working? Okay, it suddenly doesn't want to work with the coordinates that I'm giving it. So let's try scale. Okay, that works. Then we're gonna extrude this here, scale like that. And alright, then from here, GG. This material we're gonna call this object 23 loincloth. I think that's the name of this. So here we gonna use the hello, welcome cousins, how you doing, bro? So here we're gonna get this material to, yeah, again this nail, this is correct. We need the model sheet here. Z6, no, Z8, Z8, and we want the I see. Okay, so essentially, yeah, so this character, I'm making this character for as an avatar, right? So here, yeah, we just extrude this center one about here, then we get here, I'm looking at here, right? Then we do here another extrusion, then here we can move this up. Yeah, can be merge at last. Face, there we go. And of course here would be a question of having multiple subdivisions, or actually starting with a face loop. That might be more interesting, right? So basically move this to the side, make a subdivision here in the center, and GG this one. So here I think it's inset. No, how we do this? Bevel. Yeah, bevel. Yeah, also need to do the same here. About the same height. GG, GG. And here, of course, for the tail, well, we can just leave like that. Why not, right? That works. Then here, of course, for the, yeah, let's Control B. Is that correct? No, that's not working. So inset, no. Then extrude, no. Bevel, no. Maybe it's bevel. Bevel with no. Alright, expand. Let's try bevel here. No, this is not good. So it'll be inset, maybe. No. Okay, so I don't know, folks. So whatever, just do manual. Old school. So I want to fix this topology here. So I'm going to have to subdivide this. Subdivide this. So merge at last. Yeah, we see where this will lead. So we need to now apparently do that. No, this is not the right one. Anyways, we get here, here, then we go down and we cross there until here. No, okay, whatever. Dissolve this one. Go here, then one. There we go. Then to fix this one, we just need to merge at center, and there we go. So now we have this proper, perfect topology for what I'm trying to do. Maybe, okay, some subdivisions here, and the rest would be subdivision surface. Some mistake here. What's happened? Something crazy here. There's remained, something was wrong. There we go. Just make sure by distance nothing to merge. Alright, then what is that? Still some weird, oh, there's some edge creases. Crazy. Control E clear seam, Control E clear sharp, Shift E -1. Let's take off. No, this is some Control E clear bevel. Freestyle edge. It's just an illusion, there is nothing here. It looks like something is weird. Yeah, maybe some faces. Okay, Alt N, recalculate outside. There we go. Alright, so okay, we need some subdivisions here. Then this seems to be no GG. Subdivide again. GG. Might need more faces, right? For this kind of cloth, right? So just one more. We can have a few more folds, maybe. Same here. GG. Let's smooth this out. All right. Good. Okay, so now this is of course bad for a rest position. I never did that kind of plot before, so here probably use proportional editing. Let's try to fix this. Probably is it's how this thing is developed here. We need to make some folding already from the rest pose. Not too hard if we know which tools that can solve this betterly. Yeah, so this is why maybe for this clothes usually we could have this going more inwards, right? Now this is looking super anime, right? Because anime are, how to say, perverts. But that is what makes them very popular. So they popularize this erotization. Not the only things that do, right? All this that plays with the fantasies of people. I think that's why the world of fantasy and art exists after all, right? Could we blame the classic paintings for all the classical artwork they made since even the old times, right? So alright folks, so there's still one thing that yes, this big progress. Of course she needs from the body here, we need to get also there's more detail. Yeah, okay, not only the vest here, the kimono, which I'm calling kimono, needs some special feature. There would be a lot of details here, and there's, yeah, so this is intricate the way I've designed them. I think I can use the skin modifier again for these things. Yeah, good thing. Except for this part maybe. Yeah, so this part. Alright. Yeah, but I'm not saying that I'm satisfied with this thing yet. The folding, the cloth doesn't seem too much, right? Maybe we need some more developments here to make it look more like folding cloth. Yeah, they're not super. I have to find out better ways to work with this. Something about shading could help the material. For now, let's just use this. And no, what is this one doing here? We don't need this one. Alright, so this is clean. Alright. Yeah, I need the body here. We're gonna make some. Yeah, gonna make the underwear. Okay, that should be enough. So Shift D, P, selection. There'll be other ways to do this, more intelligent ways, but this for now is what I can think of. So we're gonna call this wrong. Why it has this name? And where? Oh, this is because it comes from the body. Move M. Okay, move to mesh, Tsukagi mesh cloths. We're gonna change this to 20 23 24 23 maybe. So Tsukagi underwear. There's a lot of stuff here, so don't want the body here. Material, we don't want this one. Also, we want this for now. Yes, then of course this material is not working yet. Clear seam, clear sharp if there's any. Okay, leave all that as it is. Yeah, the topology there would be limited, so here we could certainly just close here. That should be safe. I don't know what's happening there. Okay, this seems oh, of course that's because the mirror thing, right? That's maybe it's normal. What is this value? Edge crease 0.3. Alright, yeah, so that works. And for some reason, yeah, there's a lot of materials here that are useless. Subdivisions. Something happened though for this after strange intersections which didn't exist before. Maybe it's just because I haven't seen from the back view after I've made some extra changes. Yeah, that's might be it. So here are the smooth. Where is the gizmos? Okay, no, where? Okay, the gizmos decide to vanish. It's a bug. No, it's playing the animation for some background accidental. So here we can make some changes here to the orientations of this mesh. Very subtle gravity effects. Alright, okay, this is nice. Then let's bring this back. This has to get the solidify, generate solidify. So this will be thickness. Yeah, so here I have some problem regarding the fuel. What is fuel there in this case? Okay, I see what is the fuel. Okay, so maybe just that, right? And we need to readjust those things. Alt S. Here, this is sort of important place. Alt S. There doesn't seem to be enough volume here, so we're gonna make some. Oh, this is exaggeration. I was the body has some strange shape there. Yeah, I need to address some mesh there. Some mistake in the modeling, lack of geometry. I didn't totally finish this, but that's fine. So just some things that need some subtle retakes. Is not rigged yet. And then again here. Okay, so it's not that I was wrong, it's just that there was indeed some mesh trouble. That is still complicated. Rotate Z GG. Yeah, I feel like even another subdivision, because special subdivision just for this mesh here. Alright, it's a little different from the front, so then the rest we try to maintain the same. And scale, no, not that. Alright, this seems to be working nice. Also, why not make this mesh into, do I have some red color? What is the material that I'm using here? On these bands, lagging ribbons, material gums 0. Okay, let's call this ribbon, and let's get this, and let's change already this color to viewport display. Okay, why don't you update here? Yeah, because this is the shader. Select all, dot, crappy shader, Control V, Control X. There's no image texture here, yeah, so nothing to do here. Let's go back. Alright, so folks, looks like I've lost some. No, this is just because the texture not showing right. There we go. Alright, so we're getting some this is the teeth that are the arcades which are not correct for this character. We'll have to remake that anyways. Reposition the bones later, so I don't care. The hair is made with some crazy technique, experimental technique. This is a skin modifier. So basically it's procedural. It's very complicated in the to have the seeds. It gets very crazy sometimes, so this is why probably I'll need to apply that. Sometimes it can move fine, but I don't know why it's hard to maintain the shapes. It gets easily crazed out. So but for the creating some basic shapes, it's a cool idea. There's not enough here as I would like, so it's because it's a bit complicated, and here there's maybe lacking some strands. So now I need to see what is left to be done here. Maybe let's try to adjust a little the compositor, because the colors seem to blow up a little too much here. Over saturation or over lighting. I try to improve this slightly. By the way, this is composing. No, it is pure. Yeah, the other is EV. I don't know why it is doing that, but it doesn't matter. So it's pure. Okay, I can switch to the second one. It is a bit more neutral. Yeah, we won't play with that, so probably it's about here that it's just too much light. Mid-tones, the mid-tones are too dark. Also, mid-tones to the greens. Maybe the darks a bit closer to the purples now. Yeah, let's try this and leave this centralized. Maybe just a little more brightness. No, we don't see in real time. Have to hold shift and move this up and down. Yeah, okay, just like this. And here the brightness, so here you can consider anything. It's gonna save. Yeah, so the original idea was, yeah, so you can keep close to the orange and zero this out. Make just okay, more close to the pink. Okay, this is okay, but then we can play with the hues. We can do some, let's see, maybe go more to the greens here or more to the, let's just add a little more. Now let's zero this out. Let's desaturate. Maybe desaturate a little would be good. Value, just a little more than the average, and that is it. So this is our second one. And gamma, yeah, this I won't touch. These are too critical. So this is the first. This is the first. Not working. This is working a little better. Yeah, it's more desaturated. This is too dark. It's too purplish. Okay, and then if I were to have this alpha blend here, let's fix this. I think this is just a case of delete this thing, then link copy, go to it, already in it, and just change the EV. And oh, of course there's materials that are not ready for EV. That's why nothing will be composed. Of course here need to do this. Yeah, it is being composed like that for some reason. Let's check here, save. Oh, now it is working. Okay, so full EV. Ah, look at that. We can achieve right away those crazy. I think this is because I'm using the second one. Yeah, I'm using the VGA technique, CGA technique, posterize. It's not the only one. We can have this switch here. So this is regular EV. It's its own compositing. Full EV. Yeah, so it's some colors that doesn't mean anything, so it's not very interesting right now. We can of course composite this, but here this is the posterize approach, which can be very crazy. So let's get some lot of EV here. Let's push this hue into something crazy. Zero the saturation value. We can, yeah, zero the value effect. We doesn't matter here. So this is what will make this thing crazy. These mid-tones are not super helping here. Okay, so I'm not getting the best result because of some things I need to reset here maybe. It's just affecting some... Strangely, it's just the EV is just affecting some parts of the colors. Probably this is just because I don't have total EV. Yeah, so it's just not responding totally. There's favoring some spots light, but it's beautiful, right? So kinda, it's not exactly what I wanted to do. It's that I have some limitations. Yeah, it's just because some material, just color material, I guess. So we can do this crazy stuff here, right? Let's just save this out of curiosity. Save as so Tsukagi render 01, and if I get back to full, I could do partial, right? So you can have some variation here, which could be interesting. So let's save this one. F11, save as here 02, so you can have this collection of stuff. And anything else, yeah, just swap that, but this is very similar. Yeah, it has a little more red here. What if I change here? This is horrible. Yeah, what can we do about this one? Mute this thing. Reset all this. What's going on here? Yeah, what is this? Okay, so EV doesn't have too much effects here. Oh, this... I thought I have muted this. Alright. Yeah, so there's just little influence on certain parts of the... that could be valuable. Have some ambient occlusion working here. Okay, so this is like this is not supposed to be anything. It's just, let's see some combinations. Yeah, it could have some interesting. It makes it a bit more EV-ish like, right? So there's could be interesting. This actually it's adding shading effects and lighting effects to the scene, but essentially it's just that I don't have materials to proper materials right now to be doing this, so But that is okay. Let's at least the system is working, right? We can also save this as the last one. And let's close here. Let's return to the layout and let's see now if there is anything else you can do with this. I won't lie, this remember Sonic reference. I was thinking on that. But she's not from that world. I know there's some designs of Sonic characters that might have this kind of more slightly more realistic proportion. Not these ones are quite realistic. No, they're far from that. Anyways, folks, so here I think I've gone too far already today on this good progress, because the cloths now we made this took a while, but we just need now to address this effect. So maybe so there'll be details, a lot of them, to be ornaments. There'll be more cloth here. So more accessory stuff, at least to have a starting point from, because of the ribbon here and the belt, which has so what I can start here maybe is just to let's just start with some small solutions here, right? So just they are ready for when we so apparently this requires a bit more faces here. It's just about the neck, so about here. So we could pick these ones just in case, and here. So I'm gonna take these off. So just these ones, we're gonna Shift D P, move to edit, move to mesh cloth, F2. So this will be like 22 1. This is for the neck. So Tsukagi neck, collar, I don't know. Oh, what is this? Stupid mistake. Move to cloths. This. So this will be 21. Tsukagi color. We're going to delete everything from this stuff, like just skip the subdivision, modifier, the material, we'll delete everything. Vertex groups, batch, delete all groups. Here we're gonna just get a material here, maybe ribbon for now, and we are going to Alt S just slightly so it stays in front. Maybe this material here will be hard to see, so just let's bring nails, that one. And now to address the rest, I'm going to get the this is the technique I'll try to create here. So it's, well, let's say I can reuse other material that already exists. For example, this cord. So I'm gonna pick from here some vertex in the center, like this one. Yeah, so I know how this works, so let's just shift D, move this up. I have a problem here because of the mirror, so let's pick one on the side instead. Shift D, P, separate selection. Gonna make this into Tsukagi upper necklace, whatever. This is actually 21. So how does that work? Well, first of all, I'm gonna change the material to something more interesting. I like something like blue for this, but I don't seem to have any material for that, so let's just use nails for now. So basically, oh, hold on, there is something. No, it's just one likes. Alright. Oh, of course we can have this and the, no, but this is a special material. Can only hold the one material at once. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is that, going to the modifiers, we are going to skin modifier, clear loose, mark root, equalize ready. Okay, not sure it is, yeah, it is working, right? Control A, extrude. Let's join, yeah, merge at the center here. Let's extrude here. Why don't you go oh, you're already going there. Is that you're going below? Haha, isn't that easy? Well, provided it doesn't mess up, right? It can very easily be disrupted. Let's make a highlight here. That's interesting. Alright folks, check this out. So this is very simple. I'm just having some material here which has a mirror modifier and a skin modifier, and it has a root. Well, the root is for whichever, if I duplicate here, you see it is doing this, but yeah, it has a root. But if you don't see anything sometimes, it's because they need to make a root, right? Marking a root, so then you can extrude, and Control A, you can expand and do this. You can also do Control A plus X or Z, or actually Z, no, Y. So you have this, but this is hard to control because the Control A X, because it is it doesn't have a role. So it sort of follows some orientation, which I think is a local orientation of the mesh object, right? and so it's a bit difficult to control. You see, it seems to have an auto rotation, but then you equalize red if you want to reset the rolls to not the rolls, these axes, right? So anyways, what I want to do here is not anything like that. So you see that I'm designing some features here. Maybe this is well-known technique, but I don't know, for me it's sort of new, and I was doing this entire hair was doing like that, but this is experimental because this hair can easily get broken with this if not applied, right? So I think that would be the case to apply. And anything else I did? Yeah, I also did this cord here with this, and also this ribbon. Incredible, but it's incredibly, but it's a bit like but this was complicated because of this X and Y let's say scaling. So this I've managed in the end to find out, but this a solution, but it's kind of tricky. So I think that this tool could be much better than it actually is. But here you see there's this design here which I'm trying to solve here with this. So extrude, you see that is very Control A. It is very easy to, it's carrying a root there, you see this small circle, so it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna continue to extrude this thing, and of course we can Alt Z to synapse X-ray, so you can subdivide. So this is just vertices, right? So this is kind of crazy. Extrude here, now they are clipped because of a mirror modifier clipping, and so of course this clipping is condemned now, but cannot unclip. But yeah, we can actually in one way merge at last. Yeah, so unclipped. So that's very bad way to unclip, but the only way that I know that works without having to delete the vertex. Okay, so here you see what I'm doing. This is very funny, until of course the problem is that we start to have some artifacts in the joints. So this is the most frustrating, besides the thing of the scale that I've mentioned, the roll madness. But you see that for many things it seems to respond quite well, right? Then of course there is this, we can see some results here. This affects globally, I think. Yeah, this affects globally, and there's some, this can be smooth shading. Yeah, maybe we don't want. The problem here is that it only uses one material because we cannot have mesh here. Maybe if I make this into a face, but then there's a face here that just doesn't respond to I think it doesn't respond to anything, right? Because it is it's a face made in the presence of this modifier. So, and we cannot decide for a specific vertex group. So yeah, this is what I'm talking about, folks. There's don't seem to be too much support for delete only face, okay, for this feature. It could be, but I see a lot of potential. It's like you're using, another problem is that you see it's only extrude quads geometry, like fake quads, right? But procedural quads, right? But in the y-axis, along the y-axis, right, perpendicular to the y-axis of the bone. No, it's not a bone, but you get the idea if you do rigging. So here this is very interesting. So so let's try to just conclude a little more of this stuff. So yeah, so here that will be like somewhere like here, that I leave in unfinished, but many patterns here that we can achieve with thanks to this feature. And I think there should be something going there too. And we can use the subdivision surface modifier. I think this can bring out some interesting results, but it's also is it responsive? Yes, it responds to it. But it's really hard to deal with some of the intrinsic limitations of it. Oh, if we make this, yeah, you see, so there are many interesting setups that we can try to use this, and of course there's the greatest thing besides all that I've mentioned, maybe create armature, like made for here. Like suddenly I didn't made any of these bones, they were just created automatically. Create, like for example, I just had a problem with the mirror the mirroring the vertex groups. So you see here it doesn't copy the other side, but we can rename the, this is already rigged, right folks? Yeah, why, let me select the, okay, so the doesn't want me to select the, I think it's not by default. Okay, so folks, sorry, I don't know what's going on here, but okay, I can't go back in time. Alright, great. So I just have to find, oh, there you go, so found it. Alright, so here Alt X, let me take off the, wow. So you see that this is kind of crazy, right? Yes, it is mirrorable, right? I made a, just you have to parent, the mesh doesn't parent itself, so you just have to of course it added the vertex groups, then you have to rename the bone, like with this on edit mode, like names, auto name left right, so it will give itself right. Then you have to symmetrize, then you need to parent, I think. You see they don't automate, but then you just get the mesh, the thing, and then parent armature deform, yeah, where empty groups should work, I think, yes. And now yes, there we go. And of course the reason why this is behaving like that is because the bones themselves don't have proper parenting, right? That I can, yeah, so you see could have some solution for that when I just pick them. Yeah, there you go. So get some auto IK madness here going on. So here auto IK option, you know, but this is not supposed for this. This is cooler for the here, right? Where is the armature? Here, it's here, and you get the, I have some layer here for the hair and tail. The tail is not rigged, so there we go. Well, where's the, I've lost the parenting. Okay, what happened to this hair? Some bug, I guess. Armature. Yeah, sorry, here's something wrong, and here the tail is not parent, so we won't see the effect, but okay, more auto key stuff here. There's just a connected parented connected chain here. Would be nice if we can just parent this at once, right? Like yeah, the okay, parent with just that. Oh, let's give some. Yeah, never mind, folks. Let's save and yeah, I've got too much enthusiastic about the highlight. So all right, this armature is useless. I don't need to rig this thing. It will, well, if I need, you see, it's just a question of recreating that, right? So it's just make sure this is batch delete all groups. Okay, if we need that, it's easy to resolve that. So this is how we easily fix that, and then we can make some crystal whatever on top of that, maybe another mesh object. And it's very, the cool thing about this is that full procedural vertex, right, vertices, right? So it's just garbage stuff that becomes super useful. It's a genius idea. Whoever created this modifier is a genius, in my opinion. But then I think they just forgot to improve this feature. I mean, this is like, this is the closest thing that could be a combination of 3D viewport and geometry nodes, like modifier. If, like, imagine doing geometry nodes by design on the 3D viewport. This is the closest example here, I think, of something as advanced as that. But we can't do that because you know, there's not enough smart people out there to do the cool design stuff for us. So but this, I think this, if geometry nodes could learn from this thing, right? We could, I don't really know what would, it's just if we could create nodes, geometry nodes, configure the attributes of geometry by some stuff like a special mesh procedurally developed in real time with this kind of setup. And I have start to mix up with options directly in the viewport. Oh, I want some, you know, selection stuff. You make them in real time here. You don't be managing nodes like some nerdy guy that nothing against this, it's our job, right? But I don't do it, so for me it's just Greek language. It's like and if I would do my own workflow, of course I would never want to do this manually. I would want to do it visually, like an so this is why I'm complaining. Actually, it's not bullshit. Is that really all this development work, they can serve certain artists, but it's not ideal. It's like half of the process, right? The big thing on a super powerful software, like, you know, when you know what CG does, right? Then you know, when came out maybe that sculpting specialized CG software, paid software, the ZBrush, yeah, ZBrush, right? This is like the, oh, well, look at that, what you can do. Is I was not very impressed with it, but I recognized that it's very, very cool stuff. And then so this is the idea, right? But there are a lot of crazy minds that develop these things to the point of making this right, all those stuff work in the interface, right? And now Blender has very good sculpting tools, right? So need to push forward those concepts, right, into more direct contact with the artistic world, right? So this is why I'm pointing towards that in a very maybe very harsh way, but yeah, I won't change my mind about that. It's just that geometry nodes is an incomplete thing, very incomplete thing, but it can, you need to learn and like an entirely new stuff just to start to build that. So it's not everyone that will be able to do that, because it can be terribly complicated, right? Nodes already is complicated. Alright, so we got this stuff, and of course we can only have one color material. So to just get an idea here inside, let's shift this. You see that it's strange how it looks like this cube actually. So you see, this just looks like geometry nodes, right? So here we could have some. Why it is a cube, right? Of course this is a cube because no, I'm using the wrong rate. 0.5. Let's do here some. Yeah. What happened to? Oh, of course I need to separate what I'm doing. Alright, then we pick this. Let's give this a different material. And then what about its own? We're gonna delete this. We're going to this mark loose. I don't know what is it. Not valid vertexes. Okay, it doesn't have a root. There we go. And this doesn't do anything here apparently. Now I already seen the results, so I need X-ray to be able to see through. Mark root. Let's make the root here. Oh, this could be the crystal. Why not? It will be a bad idea, right? Well, it could have a different shape. It doesn't need to be that way actually. Control A, Control A. We can snap. Oh yeah, look at that. Snap to, well, snap to edge. Yeah, it's snapping to not the edge that I want, right? It's snapping to the character. Okay, we can just hide the body, and now let's just pick this and backslash. Yeah, look at that. And then we bring this back maybe, or yeah, back. Why not doing GY? Let's make another subdivision here. GY, let's bring it forward. Yeah, like here. GY, GG. Interesting. Ah, it is clipped, yeah. I cannot delete the root. Let's make this one the root. Mark root. Delete this. Shift D, this one. F. Doesn't work very nice, right? So we need to delete edge. So instead, Shift D, F. What's happening there? Maybe this one. Alt A. No, this one. Something is going very weird here. Yeah, so this is some stuff that can go wrong. So oh, clear loose, maybe this helps. I just want this one. Interesting. Extrude again. Let's try Shift D, mark root. I'm sure this might be having the loose thing. Yeah, there we go. Control X. Merge at last. Clear loose. Ah, there we go. So the loose was having some crazy effect there. I'm overdoing this. Of course, this is like just exploring possibilities. And in the end, right, it might be something that needs to be more subtle, to be more interesting for the character that I mean. Okay, so we could have some backslash. Okay, there's some bad intersection with the body here. Control X, no. GZ, there we go. GG. GG. And here we just don't know how to finish this off. Yeah, so we're gonna decide that later, right? So maybe it's not as beautiful as it could be, but we got, yeah, this is the start of this pattern, so we can try to we can even make this into some special effect shading or something else, I don't know. But yeah, just exploring. So I think we can maintain the idea, and but make some updates to Might maybe connect with some cloth pieces, right? Or not? Yeah, maybe here. So there's some things to be considered about all this. That looked so metallic, and then of course there's some tissue here which could be developed again with this thing. So let's try. Let's pick the red. Why not? We can try this P selection. Let's get this here. Control A. We need a root. No, it's already a root of its own. Yes, it seems to be. What's its name? So necklace. No, it will be Tsukagi belt ribbon. So I think this is 23 maybe. Yeah, it's about 23. So here this will be more complicated and risky. Mark root. So I'm gonna try to bring. What is happening here? Alright, so I'm gonna try to make these features here. Yeah, there are many. So it's like I have. Alright. Control A, Control A X. Yeah. Control A X, so it's the X axis. Control A X. Gonna do this. Extrude. Control A X. This is risky because we don't have, well, to model basically. Let's see, I don't have rotation of this in certain directions. Oh, maybe with the bone. Okay, let's make the quick test here. Create armature. Aha! It works! How is it possible? Okay, it doesn't work procedurally, but it works with the bones. Right? Yes, here we go. And of course you can make corrective bones, and so this problem is kind of solved, but the problem is that it creates the armature. You have to apply the armature modifier. You have to. Okay, but we found something very useful here. So we're gonna try to fix this. This stuff here. Yeah, it's difficult for the patterns here. They are just things, just that they are diagonally doing some different motion. This is why they don't, might be hard to make them from this. Okay, subdivide here. Then what we do with this, yeah, this should be about in the outer side. So we're gonna just get duplicated this, and here's the cool thing. Shift D. I can like get different scales for all this, right? Control A. Let's change this, and then of course there's something wrong here. Let's pick this one and Shift D, P selection. I'm gonna change this material 1 to nails. I'm not sure if that was the correct one. Actually, this one is ribbon. This one is nails. Okay, what's happening? Oh, there it is. Okay, so click this, L, Control A, move this back, Control A, rotate, bring the root along here. Yeah, it's confusing because there are too much stuff on. Okay, this. Yeah, now tell me if that, if this can't be a good substitute for curve objects. Maybe I should separate this, right? It's starting to get annoying. Didn't work. No, it worked. And yeah, this point is more about this other one to be on the top than trying to fix the others, right? Let's extrude another one here. Yeah, then we are again with the problem that I was mentioning, the rolls, right? So I have to, there are some limitations, right? But we can adjust this, and after we get the rig, this is gets sort of rid of this problem. So because then we can tilt them if needed, repose, right? So here we want just some. Yeah, why these things cannot, they seem to, yeah, let's reduce this. Wait, no, it's just their Control A X, they are just two, or Z, no, Control A Y. Oh yeah, the Y is too thick. I thought it was a solidify modifier, but no, they don't need. What? The solidify modifier won't do nothing for them, I think. Let's try. Yeah, so this is another, there's problem with the materials. They don't, vertex are not affected by materials. So anything that can add up. Oh, the solidify works for single vertices. But they have only one direction, right? It follows some... that means we can solve the symmetry thing with the... Interesting. We could solve, or no, it is doing on all the directions, right? So define all directions, right? Yeah, it is growing, like it is scaling, so this is not... Yeah, so no, this doesn't work actually. Unless there would be some way to control this, but I'm not sure. Yeah. Vertices don't work the same way as faces. Alright, then what's next here to consider? Yeah, the... Yeah, they're just like that, right? So Control C, copy selected constraints, just the... Not constraint selected, modifier subdivision, there we go. And then click each of them and hit shade smooth. And yes, okay, that's a big advancement. What's happening here? Alright, of course it will be much better if we spend more time with this, but let's see finally what we've got. Let's turn this grease pencil off. Wow. It's yeah, it's getting pretty nice. It's almost done actually regarding the modeling, so it's just many things could be achieved with some texture, and so there's more work to do here on this here, but here we're gonna texture more, and yeah, we need some bands here that could be a difference. What's happening? Oh no, this is known, but I don't like the positioning. Let's just bring this here. Maybe. Yeah. There's a mirror modifier, so this is limiting the creativity here, but we can always apply and just place it where we want something about this. Something weird about this about these materials here. Yeah, so here I'll be wasting more time and having the same problem because of the orientations that I have hard time to fix on this modeling thing. This one needs a little more Maybe Control A Y. Yeah, it can be thicker. These subdivisions, I think they are incorrect. First, don't want that. Actually, these shapes maybe are better without subdivisions. Who knows? Yeah, they need... Ah, there is a limitation. There is no edge crease that works here. Shift E 1. Yeah, so this is one annoying thing. They are not affected, so this limitation subdivision surface modifier. Does this have subdivision surface modifier? These ribbons, let's check. Oh, they don't. Alright, so maybe we don't need this after all for these pieces, because they are... So here, apply with hold alt. So what I need to do here is just to make this maybe smooth shading. Yeah, smooth. Oh, that was lacking. Okay, and then branch smooth. No, that does nothing. This don't do nothing. So holding out here. Okay, that works. That works for me already. So here we're gonna just fix this last thing here. Maybe we can dissolve some vertex here. Just 3 should be fine. Three in the middle, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, and not you. And then for this one, strange, looks like it works with 2 as well. Okay, maybe this bigger one we want 3 after all. But this one we can do with... Yeah, maybe we need this one to... Yeah, maybe this one, because of the back part here, which is a bit complicated, we need... less fixes here if I can solve this. Yeah, I see here why we need... Yeah, okay, just this, and there we go. And here is just... there's some curvatures there. Okay, and yeah, I'm eager to get to the rigging, but this is not over. Yeah, the texture, maybe some elements of texture I can jump them and go for the rigging. So instead, yeah, I'll just try to fix some modeling details that might be on the... maybe here some folding, some more details. Yeah, this needs to work, this needs to work, and this slightly just complete, and here not. Yeah, so all the rest I think it's ready to go. So next time I'll probably be able to address the the maybe I'll be able to reach the rigging, and then we're gonna make some tests. And so this is with the EV, I think. Let's try to bring the camera about here. Let's do the compositing test here. With more elements is much funnier, right? Let's check here. Yeah, so this is full workbench, this is full EV, which is still limited by the materials that I'm using. So there's, yeah, so about the same thing, but with a few more details of interest. So here we can just swap to the other one and try to yeah, so nothing much interesting to see here, because we'll never get the proper not before the materials are ready for EV. And right now I'm achieving some, but it's still limited. It's the CGA craziness, so yeah, it's still limited, but it's yeah, so it's that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. That was very good progress here again. Practice makes perfect, so I'm getting better at a lot of this creation of characters in many aspects. But so tomorrow we'll be back here with some scenery thing, and we'll continue doing some, yeah, architectural topology, let's say like that. So on Starship Sci-Fi, maybe I can try to bring her there just to see, even though she doesn't have a rig, just to use her as a dummy, why not? So that might be funny. So see ya, folks, anytime. So every day I'm streaming this, even including on the weekends, and always around this, yeah, late time for me. But that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, take care, and happy blending. Have a soon nice how to say feasts. The end of the year is close, so see ya, folks. Enjoy.